traders, welcome to the TMT Stock Market Strategy video for Wednesday, January 20th. Well, the overnight gains that we saw in the pre-market session yesterday was totally diminished, back into negative territory. Any little rally is being sold into by large institutions, retail. Fear, to me, has yet to set in, meaning that I do think that we're going to get a nice big flush in the markets. I'm not sure when, but it looks like right now we're down about 31 handles. I'm looking for an oversold bounce here. Again, when I mean oversold bounce, we need everything to line up before we would get long this market. We don't want to get really short this market because the market is way overextended to the downside. We're at washout levels in our indicators. I go over this extensively in the Pro Trader Premier video, but I want to show you two right now. Is McClellan Oscillator, which I've been showing to you of late. You can see we're down negative 81% here. When you get down to these levels, we usually get a big move to the upside like we did here, and you can see these areas down below. That does not mean we can't go lower, though. That's why we don't want to be picking a falling knife. Okay, very important here. So keep an eye on the McClellan Oscillator if you have that indicator. Last one I want to show you is the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline with Volume, one of my favorites. We see here we're at washout territory here, right? Now when we get to this area, you'll see the S&P. If you just kind of look down, we usually get a bounce, get a bounce, get a bounce. We're there again. Now we're actually at the low here from August, and we're getting, we should hopefully get some sort of a bounce or some sort of stability here soon. I'm not saying that to look to get long. Follow your trading plan. I'm just looking to tell you that if you are short, just be careful. And if you are long, look for entries when the market proves itself. Okay, remember that. Just don't get long because we're just looking to get long here. Let's get an entry. Let's make sure that we're following our trading plan here. Very important. Okay. So anyway, washout levels. Yes, we are. We could go even lower, but let's just say the reason why I don't think that we have actually washout the market yet is because a lot of defensive names are holding up, like the REITs, consumer staples, healthcare. They're still holding up. And why do I mention that? Is because when all hell breaks loose, if you will, they sell everything. They have to sell their stocks that are defensive names. They sell everything to pay for their bad losses. Okay, so you'll see everything get sold off, almost every asset class. Okay, aside from probably gold. But just be careful. What I'm saying is because it does happen. I don't think we hit the fear factor yet. The VIX has not really. It's climbing, guys, but it has not yet overextended itself. We had an inside day from the Bollinger Bands, which I showed you. And I said to you, guys, we have to close today now, take out the low from previous day. So yesterday's low inside the band needs to hold. But we're down so much, we're going to probably gap back out again. So that's going to negate that signal to get long the market, okay? But we're almost there. We're pretty close. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's go right into the indexes. I showed you this weekly chart. I think this is going to be the target, guys, is 182.25 on the weekly. Beautiful, beautiful horizontal trend line support along the 200-week moving average. You'll see the RSI here trying to break down, making lower lows and lower highs. Plenty of room to run here to the upside. So right now it's not doing it, but I think that's going to be the ultimate target, and then that's going to really need to hold. If we lose the August lows on a closing basis, I think all hell's going to break loose, and you're probably going to see 150 in the spiders. Okay, and I really do mean that, guys. We've been up for so long from October 2012, and we've really had no pullback at all. And this should be none a surprise to anybody that this market is starting to sell off. I just think that this is probably the worst start of the new year's trading that I've ever seen in 28 years. Okay, next, let's take a look at the Spiders Daily. 182.25 comes in here. That'll be that August low. If you look at, we're way overextending here. You could see that. You could see that we're overextended. And RSI, MACD. A lot of volume coming in. 187 still support here on the daily chart. 182.25. That's that weekly low plus the August low here in the Spiders Daily. Okay, take a look at the IWM. Same here. We're still holding in true. We cannot lose this area here. We lose this area, forget it, guys. I'm telling you, we're going to get a big flush, and that's where we're going to clean out the market on the weekends. IYT Transports, 117.70. Again, I've been showing you these thin zones. They work really well, especially on a longer-term time frame. If you see that, 117.70 needs to hold. Again, I am looking for, when I say a dead cat bounce, meaning an oversold bounce, to the 8 or to that 20 here. And then that's going to be areas, I'm going to look for value areas to sell this market yet again before we move down. I think once we get a bounce, they'll sell into it because everybody is trapped on the S&P around the 2050 area, 2000, 2050, that's been buying this market from November and December. They're trapped. So when they get up there, they're going to sell that one more time, and that's going to push the market lower, and I think that should be it. But again, I'll put out a longer-term perspective video as well. Okay, let's take a look at the Diamonds Daily. And as you can see here, we're still holding this area here at 159.60. 150.50 will be that August low. I think that's where we're going to really come down and test everything here. Will be that August low, guys, in all the indexes. Qs, same thing. Support 84.90. 99 is support, and then now we have 102.70, which I'm going to just kind of change that right now, guys. We got small resistance here, and that's something that you got to take note of. Okay, we're just underneath it, but that's going to be the new resistance area on the daily. On the Pro Trade Premier video, I give you internals, intraday targets as well. Okay, so take a look, check it out. There's a free video out there for anybody that might be interested. Great video. Really gets you an idea of where your value areas are for the day. Have a great day, everybody.